Hi, Christian Harris from MonsterMortgage.ca. This week on Hot Property Online, we're very excited. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to talk about a few topics. Being self-employed and trying to get a mortgage in this market, not easy. B, 2016 Toronto Challenge, coming up very shortly. A lot of fun. We'll get into that. And C, we're going to answer some questions from our mortgage mailbag. My name is Christian Harris. I'm very happy to be here with Thomas Squires from Optimum Mortgage, who is in for your second year for Underwriter of the Year.
Correct, and glad to be here.
Congratulations, all the way from Edmonton. I want to quickly ask you a couple questions because our clients, we obviously deal with our clients when it comes to underwriting issues, but now we have the actual lender here. There's been a lot of government rule changes. Who is this affecting? I mean, where are you seeing the biggest changes? Self-employed? Is it what's the biggest change you've seen in the last year or two from your side?
I would definitely say the self-employed people have probably seen the biggest change. Say 2-3 years ago, people that necessarily didn't claim all their income on their taxes or whatever. And even if it was a low loan to value, the banks would still touch them. They would still say, okay, we'll still give you the A rates and we'll still do those.
Because you had equity in their home.
Correct. But now OSFI and their different rules have kind of tightened up on all those major lenders, the Royal Banks, the Scotias, the CIBCs. And so they're no longer doing those. And so they're pushing those out to the alternative lenders such as Optimum Mortgage or Home Trust Mortgage or different places like that. So we're seeing the biggest effect on them. They're getting higher rates, higher fees, and it's an adjustment for them for sure.
Hi, Christian Harris from MonsterMortgage.ca. Sunday, June the 12th, 9:30. Come down to the Toronto Challenge. 25 years this has been going on. We've been the main sponsor for over 10 years right now. 5K run, 5K walk, 1K walk, do nothing, come down, push the kids on a stroller. Doesn't matter what you do, come down, support seniors, seniors, Home for Seniors. It's a great cause. You can click on the link below to get more information. 9:30, it's a great way to start your Sunday. Weather will be great. Come down, have some fun. Please support the Toronto Challenge. Thank you. Let's get right into it. Got some questions from our mortgage mailbag. Client asked, my bank told me to put a financing condition in when they were pre-approving me to buy. She's looking to buy downtown market condo. Realtor laughed at her and said, not a chance. What do I do? Who's right? They're both right. In today's market, it's tough to put in a financing condition. Realtor's not wrong. You're not going to be successful putting that in. It's just not part of the GTA anymore. Problem is the banks, and I'm not going to mention the bank they went to, they don't really underwrite pre-approvals. They look at numbers and say you're good for roughly this amount. But you got to factor in maintenance fees. You got to factor in property taxes. It's not exact science. Our suggestion is, come to MonsterMortgage.ca or any broker, but MonsterMortgage.ca, and we will underwrite the mortgage. We will make sure this gets to a lender, make sure they've looked at it. We will use estimated and higher estimated taxes, maintenance fees, make sure you're ready to go. You can't go in with a condition. You got to go in firm. Make sure you're working with a good realtor. Check out our VIP program. Make sure your work is done up front. Have it underwritten. Can't stress that enough. Thank you. Second question from our mortgage mailbag. We do have a mortgage mailbag. This is just a sheet from it. Second question with respect to client who's buying, planned on doing some renovations in the property. And by renovations, I mean they're just going to update the kitchen and update a washroom. And he was concerned about mentioning this to his insurance agent, that it would affect his insurance or possibility of getting insurance, home insurance I'm talking about here. And should I disclose it? Banks are worried about their security. They're lending you the money based on that property, no doubt. What the banks are worried about you doing is major renovations, structural renovations, tearing it down, doing an addition. That's what they're worried about. People who renovate a kitchen, that's not their biggest concern. It's not changing, for the most part, their value. Well, it's only increasing their value, but it's not going to jeopardize their position. When you tear a roof off and go up or back, jeopardizes their position if it's not done to code. When you tear it down, their asset's gone. That's a problem that they have, and that should be disclosed to your insurance person, your home insurance person, if that's what you plan on doing, because you do have to have separate type of insurance for that. If all you're doing is sprucing up a washroom and maybe putting some carpet in the basement, some drywall up, and finishing a kitchen off or beautifying the kitchen, no, it's not going to jeopardize anything. It won't affect your insurance. So great question. That was one that we didn't get to, but Yeah, don't worry about it. Disclose what you're doing to your agent and you'll be fine. Okay? Thank you. Dave, that sounded pretty good. That sounded like a one take. Sunday, June 12th, 9:30. Please make sure you make it down to the Toronto Challenge. We're having and then Dave and I are going to